What's up, YouTubers? Jack's Drinkwater coming at you here. Today I got a special pressure cooker recipe for you. It's going to be pressure cooker lamb chops over cabbage. A few days ago I did a similar recipe to this using pork chops, and it was freaking delicious. This is going to be even better because lamb has such a deep flavor, and this is going to be awesome. So anyway, if you didn't catch that video, you can check it out. I'm going to leave a link below in the comments section. Anyway, this is what you're going to need. Here we go. So we're going to start out. This is some lamb chops I got here, picked up at Walmart or Winn-Dixie or something like that. It's about 1.5 pounds. You can do 1.5 or 2 pounds. You're going to need 2 teaspoons of flour. You're going to need about a teaspoon of salt. You're going to need about a teaspoon of pepper. You're going to need 3/4 cup of beef stock, beef bouillon, or some other kind of beef broth. You're also going to need, and that's 3/4 cup, by the way. You're also going to need about a tablespoon or so of some type of oil, whether it be vegetable oil, olive oil. This is bacon right here. I'm going to fry up some bacon because I'm going to use it for something else. But I'm going to use basically bacon squeezins or bacon oil for this recipe. So the first thing I'm going to do is going to salt and pepper these, and then I'm going to brown them only on one side. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, you're going to need a head of cabbage, chopped. Alright, as you can see, I'm browning up my bacon, and as I said in the beginning of this video, that this is totally optional, only because I'm using bacon squeezins. You can use regular oil, olive oil, or canola oil to brown your lamb chops on one side. Alright, so my bacon's done, and now we're going to use the bacon oil and brown the chops in the bacon grease. And you're going to make sure that we only brown this on one side. We'll make sure that we don't crowd our chops. Brown them in sections. See, basically, I'm only going to do about 5. That leaves me about 3 left. So we'll brown those up on one side. Alright, I got my last 3 done browned here. Alright, so now I'm going to cut this pressure cooker off, and we got a little bit too much oil in here, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to drain a little bit of this oil off before I put my cabbage in there. Alright, I've took not all of my grease out, but I took about that much out. Now I'm going to add my cabbage. Alright, we got our cabbage in there. Now we're going to lay our lamb on top, with the brown side on top and the uncooked side on the bottom. And it doesn't matter, just make room for them. If you have to overlap some, go ahead. Alright, now comes our 3/4 cup of beef stock. Just pour it over it. Alright, after we poured our beef stock over it, put the lid on it, We're going to set the pressure to 8 minutes at high, and then we're going to let it come down from pressure and release on its own. Alright folks, it's been 8 minutes. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the lamb chops and I'm going to remove the cabbage, and then we're going to make our gravy. Alright, we've removed our lamb chops and we removed our cabbage. Now what we're going to do is, there's a little bit of cabbage bits left over. That's fine, leave them in there. Now what we're going to do is bring this up to a boil, and then I'm going to make my gravy. Alright, now we got a little bit of a boil going on. We're going to put our 2 teaspoons of flour in there, one at a time. Hopefully you can see this and my lens is not fogging up. Do one at a time. If you're having trouble getting your lumps out, you can bring in the big boys. Or the big guns. Alright, the gravy's coming around, thickening up quite nicely. I can't get really right in there because it's fogging up my lens, but we're almost done with this. Alright, so we're plating this up now. Last little bit, we're going to put the gravy on there. You know I like a lot of gravy.
Keep it coming?
Yep, that's good right there. Check. Alright people, there it is. Right there, looks good. It's going to be good. So pressure cooker, lamb and cabbage. Good.